when somebody goes to the pump and they're spending $4 a gallon on gas, I mean, do they, does part of the blame there lie with the president?
They're going to blame somebody, all right?
Yeah.
And the fact is, he's done nothing to help the situation.
Okay. Now, this week we're going to see the oil companies report their profits, and we've already seen the analysts say it's going to be way up. ExxonMobil last quarter, $9 billion in profits in a single quarter. Is there something obscene about oil and gas company profits being that high when Americans are struggling just to fill up the tank?
Listen, everybody wants to go after the oil companies, and frankly, they've got some part of this to blame, all right? But the fact is there's a limited supply of oil around the world. There's unrest in the Middle East driving up the price. They happen to hold the assets. They're the lucky ones at this point. But they got to do everything they can to help us produce oil and gas at a lower price.
But what are Americans supposed to think, though? You know, you go in and you're struggling again just to fill up the tank, and these companies are going to have record or near record profits, billions and billions of dollars in a single quarter.
Right. Listen, they're going to pay their fair share in taxes, and they should.
Okay, pay their fair share in taxes. I mean, they're also getting a lot of tax subsidies. You know, by some estimates, $5 billion a year, maybe considerably more. Why do they get that?
I don't know that they get these so-called extra benefits. Some would like to describe them as that. But if you have, listen, if you've got investments and you're depleting those, in most businesses, you get depreciation. In the oil and gas business, they get an oil depletion allowance, which takes the place of what would be depreciation in any other business.
But they're making money off this. I mean, we saw I'm sure you saw that the former CEO of Shell Oil came out and said that the company, they don't need these subsidies.
I don't think the big oil companies need to have the oil depletion allowances. But for small, independent oil and gas producers, if they didn't have this, there'd be even less exploration in America than there is today.
So would you be in favor of seeing some of these subsidies that are going to big oil at times of record profits?
It's certainly something that we ought to be looking at.
Of doing away with these subsidies?
We certainly ought to take a look at it.
I mean,
we're at a time when the federal government's short on revenues. We need to control spending, but we need to have revenues to keep the government moving, and they ought to be paying their fair share.
Well, the president's proposed doing away with eight different subsidies. This would be about $4 billion a year. You think that's worth doing?
I think we ought to take a look at it.